I'm Mary from Seymour Library, and today I'm going to be talking about Tiffany Blues by M.J. Rose. I borrowed the book through Hoopla and listened to the audio, so I don't have the book to show you. So Tiffany Blues is set during the 1920s, and it follows the story of Jenny Bell. And it's quite an interesting story. It's definitely historical fiction, but it blends, sort of a touch of the supernatural while not being supernatural, if that makes any sense. During the 1920s, there was the big spiritual movement, and so a lot of prominent figures, including Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and Alexander Graham Bell, they were all kind of questioning the existence of the supernatural and how to get in contact with the supernatural. So it sort of takes in those elements, and you might be wondering about the supernatural, but that's not really the main focus of the book. The book is really kind of more of an atmospheric historical fiction with a slight touch of mystery. And so it does follow the story of Jenny Bell, and Jenny has a very interesting backstory, but in current times. So her friend kind of set her up, and Jenny ends up getting invited to Louis Comfort Tiffany's artist colony, which was known as Laurelton Hall. And Jenny is kind of anxious about going there. Because of her dark past, she hasn't really been able to get back into her art. She used to be able to paint amazing, colorful pictures, and she sees the world and emotions in different colors. And she just hasn't been able to get back to that. And I don't know if I want to spoil her past, but she ends up taking the fall for an action that she didn't commit. And so this past that she suffered with follows her throughout the whole book and ties into the whole mystery that she is dealing with and trying to face moving forward. Now, while at the artist camp, you have all of these different artists going together, and they're all trying to win the final prize at the end. Jenny's not so sure about doing that. I think in part she wants to sort of discover herself again and what she should do moving forward. But it's interesting. She does end up meeting Tiffany's grandson, Oliver, and Oliver is poised to take over the main economic branch of Tiffany's. But he's not as interested in that. Oliver really is an artist, and he's good at developing jewelry and painting and creating. And so Jenny feels kind of almost saddened and drawn to him, but also encouraging him to try to reach for the creative branch of Tiffany's, which his grandfather doesn't really want to give up, so he's kind of reluctant to pass that on that baton, and it adds for an interesting dynamic. You do get to see Tiffany within there, so you'll meet him as an old man, painting and creating the world, and he will talk about his glass structures. So if you enjoy, Tiffany windows and Tiffany's in general, you'll like that connection to the book. I also enjoyed a lot of the New York aspects of the book. It does talk about different locations in New York and really ties into New York history. So I enjoyed that aspect of the book as well. There is a nice romance aspect of the book, which I probably already hinted at with Oliver, and it also becomes whether or not the two of them can form a relationship, because Jenny does have a dark background and Oliver is poised to take over this company. So the two are from divergent backgrounds, and what does that look like for them moving forward? And then there's a whole mystery and darkness kind of surrounding Jenny's past, and there's somebody that may be threatening her and her current existence, and so you have to work out who that is and what's going to happen to that person, and it all culminates in a big event, but I'm not going to give that away. So I'd say this is great for historical fiction lovers. If you love historical fiction, I would give this a try. I've read other of M.J. Rose's books. I really enjoy her writing. This is what the cover of the book looks like, so if you see it, it has beautiful shades and coloring. If you also enjoy art and artwork, you might enjoy this. It's nice having some characters that also are artsy, and the things that they talk about and how they feel. Overall, this is a very solid read. I definitely enjoyed the book. I would definitely recommend the book to other readers. So here I am recommending it to you. If you enjoy historical fiction, if you enjoy blends of mystery and spiritualism, maybe give this one a try. Another aspect that I enjoyed about this book, and another reason I'll recommend it, is because it was set in the 20s, so it's historical fiction that is not set during World War II. I think that a lot of us who like historical fiction end up reading a wide selection of World War II based books, but maybe we want our historical fiction to be a little bit different. This is a little bit different. You'll get to see the 1920s and the after effects of World War I. And so I really enjoyed this book. I would highly recommend it. So because I listened to this as an audio, I will say that I did enjoy the audio narration. So if you like audiobooks, or maybe you haven't given audiobooks a chance yet, this is a good one to go into. I think that historical fiction translates well to audiobooks, so you may want to give this one a try. It does have excellent narration, it's very good. So that's it for this video. I will be back with more book recommendations. Bye!